Welcome back to another round of Playing the Wizards with myself, Pallando versus Radagast. Alright, so we're back at with Pallando's company, Sans Pallando, but he's coming in soon, don't worry. We're in the untap phase, no one needs to untap, and then we are in the organization phase, and I think we're going to split into two different companies. I'm going to have one company go back to Rivendell to meet Pallando. I'm going to bring Pallando in at Rivendell. And then this company with Thorin is going to go do something else. And then this company with Balin, Glorfindel, and Oin is going to go meet Pallando. That way we can get lots of cards moving through our hand and maybe get a nice lead over our opponent in the points department. So yes, I'm bringing in Pallando at Rivendell, and I'm going to have Balin, Glorfindel, and Oin head back to Rivendell, where they just came from, and I'm going to play Fellowship on this company of, wait, well, it has to be 4. Okay, well, hold up. Should I just send Balin and Oin? Maybe I'll have Glorfindel go with these guys. Yes, okay. Alright, that's what I'll do. Okay, Balin and Oin are going to head back to Rivendell, and Glorfindel, Nori, Bifur, and Thorin are going to head somewhere else. So, I'll put that somewhere else down. A place called Shrinking. Well, Glorfindel probably could pull... yeah, the Men of Dale as well. Let's go Shrilking. Okay, so they're going here. Balin and Oin are going, and they have a nice fellowship going. Okay, hooray. So this company has a fellowship, and then Balin and Oin heading back to Rivendell. And now that Pallando's out, we can keep 9 cards in our hand. Very nice. Okay, so we've got 3 different companies to contend with, but I think we will deal with probably the most vulnerable company first, which is, with the most vulnerable company first, which is Balin and Oin. So, alright, Balin and Oin are going from Lorien to Rivendell. The site path is Wilderness, Borderlands, Double Wilderness. They're going from Haven to Haven, and both sides can draw 2. Okay, let's do it. Another Fellowship, and another Wake of War. Okay, other side. Okay. Halfling Stealth. Plague of Whites. Alright. So, Double Wilderness. Double Wilderness. And their hazard limit is 2. And they've wisely chosen to... Okay. Plague of Whites. All undead attacks are... the prowess of all undead... Okay. If Doors of Night, the number of strikes is doubled. Oh, that's nice. Okay. But it's tough to capitalize on right now because they're moving. Smart of them to move with those guys first, because I can't jump on them like I'd like to. Stirring Bones, 2 strikes of 9. 3 and 4. It's going to be so much more effective if I have these buffs on them. Okay. So I'm going to play Plague of Whites. Okay. And those are the only 2 hazards I can play on that team. So they've arrived safely. And we've joined Pallando. Okay, hooray. Alright, we bring our hand back to 9. Or we bring it to 9 like it's never been before. Full of Froth and Rage, okay. And now let's, we'll save Pallando for last. Now let's move to Shrilking with Thorin and his company. Okay. So moving from Lorien to Shrilking, we can draw 3, our opponent can draw 3, And we have a site path of wilderness, borderlands, borderlands, wilderness, borderlands. Go into a border hold from a haven. Okay. So let's draw one. Thorough search. I'm not sure. I would like to. Let's do one, two. Valiant Sword. I'm going to stop there. I kind of like all these cards I have. I'd rather not. Okay, they have a hazard limit of 4. Okay. Now they are strong with that fellowship, but they have a hazard limit of 4. And they're going to Dorwinion. Can Hill get them in Dorwinion? That's probably too much to hope for, right? I mean, no, they can't. Okay. All right. But we've got that Plague of Whites. So, and then Sleepless Malice allows one undead creature against each company. Doesn't count against the hazard limit. Okay, I might save that one. But we do have doubled strikes. Doubled, that's very nice. So the Chill Dowser could have 6 strikes of 9. Very nice. But they're not going to one of these places. Okay. Wisp of Pale Sheen. Attacker chooses defender. Okay, yeah, the tap mind. Okay. Yes, this can be played. So, this is to soften them up. But if yeah, okay. Let's try it anyway. Okay, 2 strikes of 7. Attacker chooses defender. So I'm going to target Nori and Biffer. Let's look at it from the other side. Okay, Nori and Biffer. They both have 5. And we get tapped anyway. So we may as well. Okay. Now this is handing them a marshalling point, I fear, but from the other side, I fear. But I'm softening them up. I'm hoping that I can soften them up. Okay, here we go. Nori has 5 plus 8. Okay, he beats it. And then Biffer has 5 plus 6. I'm rolling anyway, even though, well, of course, I mean, if they rolled a Snake Eyes, that would be ineffectual, so that matters. But they did not. They beat it. Okay, so our first kill. Very nice. Okay, and back over here. So Stirring Bones. So they're going through double wilderness, so we could get them with Stirring Bones. All right, that's 4 strikes of 10. Let's just hope something works out here. They know they've got cram, but okay, 4 strikes of 10. All right, so I'm gonna say, let's see. Yeah, I've got Lucky Strike, but I don't wanna, yeah. Let's just have everyone tap to face these. All right. So 4 strikes of 10. Maybe we can kill these Stirring Bones. Okay. So we've got to remember the fellowship, and let's see. Nori is tapped, but we got the fellowship, so it's basically his prowess stays the same. Same for Biffer. So we got 4, 4, 5. Wait, 4, 4, 6, 6. Okay, all to beat a 10. I could do Lucky Strike for someone, but who? Oh boy, I'm sure the one I choose to do is going to be the wrong one, but let's see. Shoot. Let's see. Nori. Okay, we're tapping, so I think we can. Let me have Thorin go first. So he's got 6 to beat a 10. Okay. 8. All right, nice. Okay, Thorin. So I could discard the cram right now and untap to help the one I don't do Lucky Strike with. But I don't want to do that. All right, Gloin gets 6 to beat a 10. Now he rolls a 6. Okay, now we're down to the ones that are dicey, maybe. Nori. Nori is going to roll and just hope for the best. Come on, Nori. Okay. Who has the better body? Oh, they're the same. Okay, shoot. They're exactly the same in every way. Okay. So, I don't know which one. Okay, Nori. I feel lucky about this one. Nori's got 4 to beat a 10. Yes, and he rolls a 9. Very nice. Okay, and now Biffer's going to play Lucky Strike. So he gets best of 2 rolls. Okay, so roll number 1. Ooh, such a good choice. Okay, so he rolled a 4. I can roll once more. And he rolled a 6. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 10, so the strike is ineffectual. They don't kill the stirring bones, but they don't get killed. Okay. And then we arrive there. We need to discard 1 scout during the sight phase. An item normally found. This does not tap the site. I don't think I need that right now. Okay. I might regret that later. Well, yeah, okay. Yes. Okay. And Lucky Strike is discarded. Okay. Other side. All right. Bring our hand back up to 8. The moon is dead. Excellent. So now Pallando's turn. He's going to stay in Rivendell. It's his movement hazard phase. Okay, so the opponent can't draw anything, but they can play stuff. Okay, and we're gonna play the Moon's Dead, and we could play a Cora Hill as well. We could also tap. You know what? I'm going to do that before they try any funny business. I'm going to play a Cora Hill, and I'm going to tap both of these guys to bring in 2 cards from the sideboard into the play deck. And they're scooting around quite a bit. And they've got their wizard out. So let's get Lure of Creation, and let's get Lure of Nature out here. We're going to go start our corruption strategy right now. Okay. Move these over. And that's it. Gandalf! Heck yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay, so, yes. And Pallando is going to, with Pallando, I think we'll just tap to bring a card in from Wizard Staff. Let's get the Wizard Staff in here. I'd love to get that. Okay. So we're going to tap him to bring 1 card in from the sideboard. It's going to be the Wizard Staff, and we're going to shuffle it into the play deck. And then we can discard 1 and draw... Wait. No, I'm sorry. We're getting ahead of myself. Okay. And then that's the end of his sight phase. All right, that's the end of... Well, that was his sight phase. Okay. Oh, right. I'm sorry, but that was the end of his movement hazard phase. Okay. So now we're at the sight phase. Right. Okay, so no one's in Lorien. Getting confused. I got 3 different companies going on. Okay. Yes. Let's just make a little bit more distinction here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Great. And now we're in the sight phase. And yes, so we're all together here in Rivendell. He's tapped. And then Thorin is going to discard Cram to untap. Except I want to Gloin to be the one to try and get them, right? Gloin. Ugh. He has... Oh, wait, but I've got Muster. Okay. He's going to... Yeah, discard Cram. Okay, and then Muster. I'm going to play... I'm going to play the errata, which says that it's your prowess up to 5 is added, not just an automatic win for this. So prowess up to 5. So he's got 5 to try and get the Men of Dorwinion. He can't miss. So we get him. Heck yeah. All right. So Thorin recruits the Men of Dorwinion. Fantastic. And then that's the end of his sight phase. So bring the hand back up to 9. Wizard Staff. Okay. All right. Some grade A shuffling there. Okay, and then Balin and Oin's sight phase. They're not going to do anything. Pallando's sight phase. He's not going to do anything. End of turn phase, we can discard 1 and bring our hand back up to 8. I don't think we want to discard any of these. They're all great. Other side? Okay, and we want to just go back and meet Gandalf at Rivendell, right? So, wait, I'm sorry. We should have drawn back up to 8 at some point. Why didn't we? Oh, right, because we played this Nazgul. Right. Okay, so we draw it to 8. And then we, my light's doing something weird. And then we discard 1 and draw to 8. I like all these cards, so I hate to discard when I can, but I like all these cards, so we're going to leave them. Okay, so that's the end of Pallando's team's very long turn. Okay, now we're back over here with Gandalf and company. Soon to be Gandalf and company. Okay, so Gandalf is going to come into play at, well, first of all, do we want to bring, I can't really bring anyone under, no, I can't bring anyone under anyone else, so I'm going to bring Gandalf in at Rivendell, and then this team is going to head back to Rivendell. Okay, so 2 movement hazard, all right, 2 movement hazard phases to sort through. And let's handle these guys first. Okay, so we are going to Rivendell from Austin Idle, from a ruins and layers to a haven, double wilderness. Okay, and we can draw 1. They can draw 1. All right. Plague of Whites. Wow. Okay, we've got all 3 of those early on. Okay, they have a hazard limit of 2, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh, and hold up, this is gone. Okay, they have a hazard limit of 2. That's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Full of Froth and Rage, Shelob. Okay, since they only have a hazard limit of 2, I'm going to play Shelob as a permanent event. It's only possible when Doors of Night is in play, and then I'm going to play Full of Froth and Rage as a permanent event. Can't get them this time, but they've got to come back out of Rivendell at some point. Okay. And so they arrive at Rivendell. I'm just going to discard Austinettle from here, and bring our hand back up to 9. Man, 9 cards is like almost too many to keep track of. Whew, okay. Okay, our hand is at 8, so now let's do Gandalf's movement hazard phase. He's not moving, nobody draws, but they can still play hazards up to 2. And I think we're going to, okay, playable on a character facing, so this is a permanent event. Playable on a character facing a, okay, so I have to play this with the attack. I can't play it like and hold it. Okay, so no hazards against them. Okay, and so they've arrived. Gandalf was here already, and so Gandalf is going to tap to test that ring. And it's a lesser ring. Right? Yeah, any result Yes, lesser ring, any result. Okay, super. All right, great. So now Glorfindel has 4 direct influence. So we can put Sam under Glorfindel if we want to do. If we want to. That's nice. Okay. Next time. All right. That doesn't tap the site. Okay. And then it's the end of turn, and we can discard 1 and draw up to 8. Well, actually, wait. Why are these guys all tapped? Ugh, gosh. I think I might tap. Oh gosh, I need to slow down. Okay. And then Bilbo is going to tap to play Marvel's Told and get rid of that Full of Froth and Rage. I'm going to roll. Someone suggested in the comments in an earlier video that I should roll no matter what, because Snake Eyes should be a critical fail. So I'm going to roll, and I'm going to adopt that roll. I like that roll. It keeps things interesting. So, okay, so Bilbo's going to play Marvel's Told. He loses on a Snake Eyes, so to get rid of Full of Froth and Rage. And he hits a 7. Okay, so that's the end of that. And now we can discard 1 and bring our hand back up to 8. I don't think we want to discard any of the hazards. We're going into their turn, so let's let's see if we can make something happen next turn. Eomer. And the Dwarven Ring of Taylor's tribe. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have been so hasty to test that ring. Shouldn't have been so hasty. And then over here, do we want to discard 1 and draw? We're heading into our turn. No, we're good. We've got stuff to do. Okay. So we're not going to discard anything, and so that's the end of the round.